Alright, so heads up, this video is probably gonna be out of focus. My bad. Hi guys! So on the eve of me celebrating that I am officially over a player, I have decided to go through all the crazy things I've ever done in a relationship. Because, well, I think all of us as humans, we all make mistakes. I have done some weird things over the years. Might as well just make myself the great talk subject of today. I'm a bit dramatic, so I make things more odd than they need to be. Okay, here we go. When I was in grade 8, I liked this boy. I didn't really like him, I just thought he was cute, but I was a nerd. He did not like me, and I'm pretty sure he was dating one of the popular girls, so, you know, I wasn't it. We went to an Ottawa trip. Like, he already knew that I liked him because, again, I'm obvious, and apparently I was telling everyone. I don't even remember, man. But anyways, we went on an Ottawa trip, and I took a picture of, like, 6 people, and he was, like, one of them. Oh my god. At the time, MSN was a thing, okay? I used MSN all the time. I got his email for MSN. He liked my other friend because he would like ask her to hang out and stuff, and he gave her his email, and she was just like, I don't really need this, so here's his email. Oh my god. I'm like, okay. I added him to my MSN. I don't even know why I did this. The picture of the one that I took of 6 people and him, I put it as my display on MSN, and I was talking to him, and I like switched the photo over, and he's like, why are you putting a picture of me on your display? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the picture of everyone. And he's like, okay. And he just like blocked me. This is where things get juicy, okay? So this guy, I liked him for probably 3 years of high school. God, this poor guy. I had it bad, just like friends at first, and I thought he was like putrefyingly unattractive. And we became fast friends, and we had similar taste in music, so he would let me listen to his iPod in class. We both played Xbox, so we'd talk about Guitar Hero. It hit me at the end of the semester when the class was up that I started realizing that I liked him, and everyone was like, well yeah, like you guys are always flirting in class. The second semester starts, good god. Because I have this weird memory, I could put things together, like patterns. So he was very predictable in the way that he did things. I could predict at what time of the day he would be where. I would meet him before class, and then I would also meet him at his locker, and then we would go walk to his bus. I decided that I was going to tell him how I felt on Valentine's Day. I decided to tell him in the most weird fashion possible. Okay, let's put it this way. When I like someone, I get very passionate. So I do things that I would only do for them. And if you're in love, it's probably really beautiful. But if you're not in love, it's a little overwhelming. Cut out this piece out of cardboard in the shape of a heart. And then I found some wrapping paper we had in our house that was like shiny, which had hearts all over. So I wrapped the cardboard in that wrapping paper and taped it. And then I bought little candy hearts, you know, the ones that say things like be mine or whatever. And I glued on the inside of this heart. I bought this small toy stuffed gorilla holding a heart that said be mine. And then I just placed it in the middle. And then I used other wrapping paper to, you know, finish it. And then finished it with string. You know, regular teenager stuff. I meet up with him in his locker, and I'm like, I have something to give you, like, come with me. And he's like, what are we doing? And I'm like, just trust me. And my friend, like, knows what we're doing, so she, like, follows me. And I pull out the SpongeBob Valentines that I had given tons of other people, and I gave him his. And he's like, what is this for? I pulled out the present, and I put it in his hands, and he's like, what is this for? And I'm like, I'm just gonna state the obvious. I like you. Like, honestly, there was no, like, expression whatsoever. He was confused or shocked. I don't even know. I start walking away. I'm like, okay, I like you. Bye. It seems to be a common thing I do. And my friend was standing with him, and then they just like both looked at me, and I thought everyone was gonna come with me. So I'm like, come on. And I know she wasn't walking with me, and I turned around. I'm like, come on. And she just still didn't walk with me, and so I just like left. I'm like, this is embarrassing. embarrassing. Like, he never said anything about that. And that should have been like a dead obvious that he wasn't interested, but like, you know, like, let's put it this way. All of a sudden, it's a difference between, you know, my friend just coming and hanging out with me before class to this girl that I don't like that likes me hanging out with me before class. So you can see why that was a little strange. Me being the hyped up my emotions creep, everyone started finding out that I liked him because I'm not subtle. The more he like saw me, like I would find him in places, he'd be like, oh my god, like he would just roll his eyes, like he was so upset seeing me every time. And it started like, you know, hurting my ego, because you know that would hurt anyone really. But again, I didn't understand boundaries at all, because my friend went up to him and was like, why do you like Sarah? And he was like, because she's a creep. So she told me, and I got so mad. So I wrote in washable marker on his locker one thing that wasn't very nice. So he, instead, you know, washing it away, he used tape to cover it up. And then he ended up doing something else, which I can't remember what it was. I mean, it's not even a big deal. But I ended up writing another thing on his locker. So now I had 2 things on his locker, and at this point he learned it was washable, so we washed it off his locker. But you know how crazy that is? Like, girls, don't write on a boy's locker if he makes you mad. At this point, it was like 5 weeks before the end of school. I had picked out some classes. So I took construction and auto, which just so happened to also be the classes he had been planning to take. I knew that he'd probably be in my auto class, so I eventually dropped it. But as you learn later, I ended up taking it again. But I think that was probably like one of the funniest things I've done when I was a teenager. I hope you enjoyed these weird stories with me. I am an oddball, and I don't regret any of these weird moments. Here's to me. And to you, if you've ever done anything weird, feel free to comment and say things that maybe you've ever done when you were a kid. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy our times together. Feel free to follow me on all of my things like Instagram, Facebook, Deviantart, cosplay.net. All the links for all that stuff will be down below in the description. And once again, don't be creepy about it because I will block you. But thanks for watching. Goodbye.